Hello, 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 everyone. Hope you're all doing well. I had zero intention of going live today at all. Not at all. Until I watched Perplexed and found out Bill Cosby is a free man. Bill Cosby is a free man. Now, let's go back. It was known in Hollywood amongst the Hollywood celebrities. Hi, Cement Shoes. Cement Shoes. Life is a gem. Thank you guys for coming. Lady Slipper. Carla. Thanks, guys. I'm baffled, guys. What the hell? Like, I heard this today. I was like, well, wait, what? What? And I was listening to Laura, and she's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, what? Hey, Jeanette, how are you? Lady Slippers, thank you. Yeah. So, who's the first person I'm going to call? My sister's an attorney. So, I wanted to talk to my sister. I wanted to find out what her take on this was. Now, she watched, she saw most of the court stuff. And she had read some of the stuff. And she said, I know that when I saw and read some things that I went, this might not be good for an appeal. And this won't work for, meaning it would benefit Bill Cosby in an appeal. So there was a couple of things she was like, oh, this could be bad. This could be bad. This shit, like, rambled. She's like, I really haven't gone through it. I just saw that Bill Cosby's a free guy. I'll look into it probably more on the weekend because she basically does law all day long. So the last thing she ever wants to look at is more law stuff, which is so funny because she's always been like the detective out of us. And I'm like the one now. I'm like, I'm the detective. I want to find out. She's like, look, I'll call you over the weekend and I'll tell you what. I said, this is insane. I said, I understand this girl, and this girl had the problem and this and that. And they brought people back from the 80s when he did stuff in the 80s. And that was apparently the problem. The problem was there was this kind of deal where other people couldn't come forward. And according now to the Supreme Court, it's been overturned. Bill Cosby is a free man. And it literally, I just realized I'm sitting on my earbuds. Again, I do it all the time, but thankfully you can hear me still. Bill Cosby, yeah, he's a free guy. He's free. And guess what? I mean, Bill Cosby doesn't live that far from me. He doesn't live that far from me at all. He lives, and not that I think, I'd be way more afraid of OJ than Bill if someone was like to come out. I mean, I honestly now do not believe that he's a threat to anybody, especially at his age, but definitely did not serve the time that was deserved for what he had done or what he had been doing many, many a times. I was freaking, oh my God, I loved Bill Cosby. I thought Bill Cosby was great. There wasn't a Cosby show. There's not one I've never seen. I've seen them all. Come on, we've seen them all. Till this day, I still love that show, but I won't. Oh, come on, some of these like cable stations, I'll see it, and I'm like, because of him, I can't watch it. I just can't. Hey, Needy, good to see you. Hey, Hippy Dippy, good to see you. Stacy Marie, thanks for all coming in. Me too, Needy, me too. And he's always coming out. He's always at the Norristown Courthouse, which isn't that far away from me. It's probably about a good 50 minutes away from me, from the Norristown Courthouse. So he lives in that area, in that, jurisdiction area. And yeah, he was Mr. Temple too, man. He was all about Temple University. But I'm waiting. My sister's going to look more into this. Hey, Red Rum, if you want to come up, or if anybody wants to come up and has more of an insight on this than I do, because I don't don't have that much except for the fact that when it came to the appeal and it came to having certain people doing the appeal, and there was apparently some agreement, and that agreement wasn't followed, and they took this to the court, who took it to the Supreme Court and overturned his conviction. At least that's what I figured. That's what I found out. That's what I found out. I don't care whether you're 80, 90, you did shit like that, you deserve to do the time. I'm sorry. I have no sympathy. I don't. But I mean, everyone who was in Hollywood back in those days or who worked in Hollywood said he was known for this shit. He was known for doing this stuff. This wasn't something that was one person who said it. There was many people who said it. He was the first. Was he not the first to be Me Too'd? I know Kevin Spacey was one of the first ones, absolutely. But I think he was one of the first ones. And then all of a sudden, all these women came forward, even including Janice Dickinson came forward. Now, I heard somebody say that Janice Dickinson said she lied, but I don't know. Janice Dickinson's a different story. But yeah, to me, Carla, he's a predator. Whether you are 85, 75, 65, he's a predator. And they let a predator out of prison because he's got enough money and because he's got good enough lawyers to fight this appeal and to get him out. And you know what makes me even more sick are these attorneys. These attorneys who know these people are guilty, and these attorneys who defend these people to get them free. I get it. Everybody has the right to a fair trial. Everybody does. But let's face it. Come on, people. Too many stories have come out about Bill Cosby that are the same exact story. When the stories match that closely, there's got to be something to it. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Carla, for me, it is, well, I guess for him, it is all about the money. Yeah, whether you can afford good enough attorneys to get you out or you can't. He can. And I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I could be wrong, but I think I did see that his wife did finally leave him after he got put away, because I don't believe she went to court with him at all. It's Cement Shoes. I never liked him, never watched him, and wasn't really. Oh, see, that makes me just feel naive then, because I loved his stand-up. I did feel like he was better than everybody else. I felt like, oops, my earpiece just fell out. I did always felt like he knew better than everybody else, to follow his lead, to be more like him. I always got that from him, but let's face it, he was Bill Cosby, who had like the #1 show, who was an amazing stand-up comedian who can make you laugh so damn hard without cursing. Yeah, I'll give the man that. I will give the man that. That's all I'm giving him. I ain't giving him anything else. Nothing. Because literally, it took me a while to get this. And my head still isn't wrapped around the fact that he is now a free man in Pennsylvania. And the courts agreed. Money, power, I don't know. Like I said, what seems up is down, and what seems down is up. And this world today that we live in makes no sense to me anymore. I cannot. I'm the person who likes to go out, be sociable. I hate being at home. I'm home because I have to be home. I have my children here, and I have to be here, And I'd rather be home now because literally the world is a freaking scary place. It's like the 80s. It's like the early 80s all over again, where cities, and there was rampant crime, and things were just insane. Okay, maybe hairdos are a little bit better these days. Hairdos are better. I think Music is somewhat better from the early 80s, I would say. Yeah. But things are weird, and I'm shocked. I'm shocked true crimers aren't out here talking about it, because I am not true crime. I am definitely not true crime, but I am a female who is completely shocked, dumbfounded. But like my sister said, there could have been things that in an appeal she said could have been a problem. She was right, but she's like, I'm interested to find out exactly what part is going to be the part that they're using for him to get out. She's like, that's what I want to know. So when I find out more from her, I'll let you know. Like, she was the first one who told me, and because I remember the whole Casey Anthony thing, and she's like, nope, she's going to walk. I'm like, no, of course she's not going to walk. Are you kidding me? She's like, they do not have enough evidence. She's going to walk. And she did. And she did. And she still walks. And she's still out and about and doing her thing. And now here goes Cosby. He's going to go out and about and do his thing. And people are going to give him love and praise because he's Bill Cosby. I hope people boo his. Well, honestly, I don't think he can see. So he really can't go anywhere. He has to be retired. I mean, see the picture in the corner? That's, I think, his most recent picture of him. Let's be honest. You don't look so good. But, with a haircut, little trim up here, little trim up there, he had to go through COVID, with no haircuts, just like the rest of us. Yeah, but unfortunately, he can be tried again, though. If the Pennsylvania Commonwealth decides to try him again, he can go through trial again. That's if the Pennsylvania Commonwealth decides to do it. If not, he remains a free man. God, please. This is the only thing that worries the hell out of me. I hope these people like freaking Harvey Weinstein and shit, I hope there are no loopholes that they can find for them to get out of prison as well. It's not right. It's not right. It's just not right. Hey, True Helper. You didn't have to do it, but you did, pal. That's oh, Blood's up here. Hey, Blood, I totally missed you. How are you? So good to see you. So good to see you. As soon as he said that, I'm like, wait a minute, that's Blood. There's Blood. Blood, it is so good to see you. So good to see you. Yeah, so I just wanted to come, and as soon as I looked at my phone and I heard Laura say it, and it was everywhere. And then it was everywhere. I'm like, wow, Cosby walked. Cosby walked. Well, let's wait and see. Hopefully the Commonwealth will try him again. Hopefully, I guess Andrea and Constance would have to be involved all over again as well. Do people want to go through this all over again? Especially at whatever age he might be. I know I love Blood and Vampire too as well. I think they're phenomenal. And honest to God, you want to talk about someone who had the best networking channel was Blood by far. I always enjoyed watching him do that. He was always fun to watch. And True Helper, really good to see you. Love seeing you around. Glad to see you back. Dawn, welcome. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's really all I got, guys. I don't have much else to say. Just literally had to pick my jaw up off the floor, and I brought, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go live. I'm going to talk about this. I don't look great, so that's why I didn't go on camera. I didn't feel like fixing myself up. And just in shock. So really curious to see how this goes. Curious of the information my sister may have, or what she thinks may be the reason, and if necessarily the Commonwealth will try him again. So hopefully I'll talk to her by Sunday. And by Sunday, hopefully, we can have a better understanding of what the hell's going on in this world. But yes, people, Bill Cosby is a free man. Cover your drinks, everybody. Make sure you have like your little plastics, your little plastic top on there. When if you're at a bar or whatever, I'm going to be honest, been roofied once. I remembered nothing of what happened, and I had like 2 drinks. To black out like that and recall nothing is a scary freaking thing. It's a scary thing. So if he's guilty of this and he has done this, which it seems to me that he has, especially from everybody else who's come forward, then he deserves to be retried and hopefully go back to prison. But honestly, being the age he is, I don't know. I don't know if they will. I don't know. I hope everybody has an awesome, it's Wednesday, right? Like, oh my God, it's summer, so I'm completely forgetting what day it is. It's Wednesday. Have a great Wednesday. See you guys again. Ice Sniper, I think, is over. I think they had the last one on the other day, and it was more of the interrogations and stuff like that. I'm going to look more into that and definitely bring you that as well. Otherwise, I will see you all soon. Thank you so much for coming. Like I said, Bill Cosby's a free man. Cover your drinks, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, and gentlemen. You can be roofied too. Cover your drinks.